parents were both pros. They met because of the sport of bodybuilding, and now here I am.
From Sergio Oliva Jr., who embraced bodybuilding like his Mr. Olympia father.
My father said to me, fulfill your swimming career. He said, because there's plenty of time for bodybuilding.
John Park, who left swimming to carry on his dad's legacy, and Maria Columbu, who chose a quieter life away from fame as a ballerina. Here's what happened to the children of some of the most legendary bodybuilders in history. Sergio Oliva Jr. In the pantheon of bodybuilding legends, few names carry as much weight as Sergio Oliva Sr., the myth. Born on October 20th, 1984, in Chicago, Illinois, Sergio Oliva Jr. entered a world where his destiny seemed predetermined. His father, the legendary Sergio Oliva Sr., had already cemented his place in bodybuilding history as a three-time Mr. Olympia winner, 1967 to 1969, while his mother, Arlene Garrett, was herself an accomplished bodybuilder who held 3 female world championships and 1 Mrs. America title. However, Sergio Jr.'s success early years were marked by profound family turmoil that would shape his entire worldview. When he was not yet 2 years old, his mother shot his father 5 times in the abdomen during a domestic incident described alternately as self-defense or an accident, which effectively ended Sergio Oliva Sr.'s competitive career and led to their divorce. Sergio Oliva Sr. actively discouraged his son from pursuing bodybuilding, urging him instead toward academics or other sports like athletics to become a doctor or lawyer. Sergio Jr. described his father as very stubborn, recalling how Sergio Sr. turned down movie roles and opportunities, and even called gyms to prevent his son from joining. Despite this opposition, Sergio Jr. began weight training at age 20, weighing just 140 pounds. The transformation was remarkable. Within 3 months, he gained 30 pounds of muscle, crediting his rapid progress to genetics, passion, and his father's eventual mentorship.
I feel like my whole life, I feel like all I've been doing is studying tape, and I've been born in this sport. I tell people all the time that bodybuilding is different for me. It's what I do, but it's also why I'm alive. My parents were both pros. They met because of the sport of bodybuilding, and now here I am.
Sergio Jr.'s competitive journey began in 2006 at the NPC Southern USA Championships, where he placed 3rd in the middleweight division. The year 2012 proved to be a pivotal and painful period in Sergio Jr.'s life. Sergio Oliva Sr. passed away at age 71 from kidney failure, becoming the first Mr. Olympia winner to die. The loss was devastating, but it was compounded by professional disappointment. 2012 was a low point. He placed outside the top 15 at the NPC Nationals amid criticism that he was coasting on his name, not talent. Motivated to prove detractors wrong, he took a 5-year hiatus from that event, but continued, building his physique. In 2015, at age 31, he earned his IFBB Pro card by winning the super heavyweight class and overall at the NPC Nationals, a title that symbolically avenged his father's denial of the Mr. America crown in 1966.
I mean, it's too bad that your father passed away way too early. But if he would see this picture, he will be laughing and he will be smiling and he will be the happiest guy in the world. So I just want you to know, on his behalf, I can tell you, and on my behalf, how proud we are of you.
As a pro, he debuted strongly, winning the 2017 New York Pro. Other notable placements include 2nd at the 2018 Chicago Pro and Tampa Pro, 16th at the 2018 Mr. Olympia, 5th at the 2020 Arnold Classic, his best major finish, and 3rd at the 2021 Legion Sports Fest Pro.
I'm not just getting into bodybuilding to do a couple shows, build my resume up so I can, do some online preps or start the coaching. I literally am getting into this to change the whole sport, to change the complete future of it and make history.
In 2023, Sergio Jr. faced a major personal crisis that tested his resilience. Involved in a low-speed traffic accident in Dubai where a motorcyclist collided with his car, fell, and was fatally run over by another vehicle. Under UAE policy, he was jailed during the investigation, described as the worst experience of his life, leaving him ill and traumatized. Released in March 2024 after it was ruled a traffic violation, no criminal charges, with insurance and no substances involved, he paused competing to recover. John Park. The name Reg Park resonates through bodybuilding history like a thunderclap, representing not just physical excellence, but the very foundation upon which modern bodybuilding was built. A 3-time Mr. Universe winner who starred as Hercules in film and mentored a young Arnold Schwarzenegger, Reg Park was more than just a bodybuilder. He was a pioneer who helped define what it meant to train for both strength and aesthetics. His son, John Park, inherited not just his father's genetics, but also his drive for excellence, though he would carve out his own remarkable path that would take him from Olympic swimming pools to the cutting edge of personal training in Hollywood. His father, Reg Park, who won the Mr. Universe title 3 times in 1951, 1958, 1965, and starred as Hercules in several films, had already established himself as one of the most influential figures in the strength training world. Growing up in a fitness-oriented household, John spent much of his childhood in his father's chain of gymnasiums, exposed to athletes and bodybuilders. While many might have expected John to follow directly in his father's bodybuilding footsteps, he initially chose a different aquatic path. He attended Parktown Boys High School and participated in sports like judo and soccer before focusing on swimming.
I was a South African national champion in the 100 and 200 meter butterfly. And at that time, South Africa weren't allowed to compete in the Olympics because of apartheid. Mm-hmm. So through my dad, I was able to get a British passport and swam in the British Olympic trials and represented Great Britain in the Montreal Olympics in 1976.
Trained by coaches Ronnie Borrell and Zivi Katabi in South Africa, and later at the City of Leeds Swimming Club. In England, he won provincial championships in the 100m and 200m butterfly as a junior. His swimming career reached its pinnacle when in 1976, he won South African national titles in the 100m and 200m butterfly, broke national records in both events, and represented Great Britain at the Montreal Olympics, finishing third in his 100m butterfly heat with a time of 57.43 seconds. However, like many elite athletes, John faced the difficult decision of when to retire from competitive swimming. He retired from swimming at age 21, later expressing regret as he believed he had potential for 2 more Olympics. This early retirement decision, while perhaps premature from a competitive standpoint, allowed him to transition into bodybuilding while still young enough to make a significant impact.
I always wanted to get into bodybuilding, even when I was swimming. And it was very interesting because at that time, my father said to me, fulfill your swimming career. He said, because there's plenty of time for bodybuilding.
Transitioning to bodybuilding, John won titles such as Mr. South Africa Maccabiah and Mr. Golden City, training with figures like Bob Paris in California, but adhering to his father's anti-steroid principles. This adherence to natural training methods was crucial, as his father's influence was profound. Reg trained John personally and emphasized natural training methods.
The one thing I never wanted to do, and I was probably a little bit naive, is I didn't want to take steroids. Mm-hmm. I was adamantly opposed to taking steroids. And so after about 6 months of training, I definitely made progress. But I kind of saw the direction the sport was going.
Yeah.
In 85 was nothing compared to
not even close
now.
After retiring from competitive sports, John moved to Southern California to pursue personal training, channeling over 30 years of health and fitness expertise. In 1992, he opened World Private Exercise under the World Gym franchise, later rebranding it to Legacy Gym in honor of his father, a state-of-the-art personal training facility in West Los Angeles, Maria Columbu. In the history of bodybuilding, Franco Columbu stands as one of the most beloved and respected figures the sport has ever known. The Sardinian strongman was not just a 2-time Mr. Olympia champion and Arnold Schwarzenegger's best friend. He was a Renaissance man who excelled as a boxer, powerlifter, actor, chiropractor, and devoted family man. Yet among all his remarkable achievements, perhaps none brought him more joy than being a father to his daughter Maria, whose own artistic pursuits in ballet would provide a beautiful counterpoint to her father's world of iron and muscle. Maria Columbu is the only child of the renowned bodybuilder, actor, and chiropractor Franco Columbu and his wife, Deborah Drake Columbu. Maria was named after Franco's mother, Maria Grazia Seda, who was a shepherd alongside Franco's father, Antonio Columbu. Maria grew up in a close-knit family environment, splitting time between Los Angeles, where Franco maintained a chiropractic practice and acting career, and Sardinia, where the family had roots in a home designed by fellow bodybuilder Peter Loudon. Franco often shared glimpses of their family life on social media. These moments revealed a different side of the man known for his incredible feats of strength, a doting father who cherished the simple pleasures of family life and passing on traditions to his daughter. While her father conquered the world of bodybuilding and entertainment, Maria chose to pursue her own artistic dreams through the demanding discipline of ballet. Maria pursued a career in professional dance, specializing in ballet. Encouraged by her parents, she trained extensively and studied at the prestigious La Scala Ballet School, Teatro alla Scala, in Milan, Italy, one of the world's leading ballet academies. The choice to attend La Scala represents an extraordinary commitment to excellence that mirrors her father's own dedication to his craft. Tragedy struck the Columbu family on August 30th, 2019, when Franco passed away at the age of 78. Franco Columbu passed away on August 30th, 2019, at age 78 after becoming unwell while swimming off the coast of San Teodoro in Sardinia, Italy. Reports indicate he drowned en route to the hospital in Olbia, with some sources citing a possible heart attack as a contributing factor. Maria was present in Sardinia with the family during this time, according to longtime friend Rick Drassen. Nathan Scott. Nathan Scott is one of the 5 children born to Larry D. Scott, the legendary American bodybuilder known as the Legend and the Golden Boy, and his wife, Rachel Ichikawa Scott. Larry Scott was the first Mr. Olympia winner in 1965 and 1966, a pioneering figure in professional bodybuilding who inspired icons like Arnold Schwarzenegger. However, the Scott family was not without its share of tragedy. Nathan grew up in a household influenced by his father's fame in bodybuilding, but the family also faced tragedies. 2 of Nathan's brothers, Derek and Michael, predeceased their father, Derek in a motorcycle accident in 1992 and Michael in 1993. These devastating losses undoubtedly shaped Nathan's worldview and may have influenced his later decision to maintain a private life away from public attention. The surviving siblings include Sumi, a daughter, and Sake, a son, alongside Nathan. Nathan's upbringing was shaped by his father's career, which transitioned from competitive bodybuilding to running Larry Scott Research, a company selling fitness supplements and equipment. Larry was also a devout Mormon musician, playing the accordion and violin, and mentor in the fitness world. This absence from the public eye during his father's lifetime suggests that Nathan may have consciously chosen to forge his own path, separate from the bodybuilding world that defined his family's identity. While his father was building a supplement empire and maintaining his status as bodybuilding royalty, Nathan appears to have been focused on building a more conventional life centered around family and personal relationships. Nathan is married to Anita Scott, and they have one son named Rye Scott. No further details about Anita's background, their marriage date, or Rye's age and activities are publicly documented. This level of privacy is remarkable in today's social media-driven world, particularly for someone with such a famous father. When Larry Scott passed away in 2014, it marked the end of an era in bodybuilding, with tributes from figures like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who credited Larry as an inspiration. The family received widespread condolences, including public messages directed to Rachel, Nathan, Anita, and other survivors. Interestingly, Larry's business legacy continues even after his death. Larry Scott Research, now operating via LarryScott.com, continues to sell supplements like Biophase protein and other fitness products. No sources indicate Nathan's involvement in the business, suggesting he has chosen to remain separate from his father's commercial legacy as well. Sam Haymon. The world of bodybuilding has always been populated by larger-than-life characters who inspire through their incredible transformations and unwavering dedication. Among these titans was Andy Haymon, known as Mr. Incredible, whose imposing physique and warm personality made him a beloved figure in the bodybuilding community. But perhaps Andy's greatest achievement wasn't any trophy or title. It was raising his son Sam Haymon, who would take the discipline and work ethic learned from his father and channel it into a completely different but equally demanding profession: healthcare. Samuel Haymon, often referred to as Sam Haymon, was born around 1994 in the United States. He grew up in a fitness-oriented family, heavily influenced by his father, Andy Haymon, a professional bodybuilder, actor, and former wrestler known as Mr. Incredible. Andy, who passed away in 2021, was a prominent figure in the bodybuilding community, having won titles like the super heavyweight class at the 2006 Colorado State Championships and earning his IFBB Pro card in 2007. The Haymon household was one where physical fitness wasn't just encouraged, it was woven into the fabric of daily life in ways that would seem extraordinary to most families. From a young age, Sam was immersed in physical discipline. Starting at age 5, he engaged in running, push-ups, and pull-ups as a form of parental discipline, as his parents preferred physical activity over traditional punishments like grounding. He participated in various sports, including football, wrestling, and Olympic weightlifting, which laid the foundation for his later involvement in bodybuilding. This multi-sport background gave Sam a well-rounded athletic foundation and an appreciation for different forms of physical excellence. Sam has siblings, including sisters Daisy, Ruby, and Lucy. Ruby has competed in Olympic weightlifting, reflecting the family's athletic inclination. As Sam matured, it became clear that he had inherited not just his father's impressive genetics, but also his competitive drive. Inspired by his father, Sam pursued competitive bodybuilding through the National Physique Committee, NPC. In 2017, he participated in the NPC Teen Collegiate and Masters National Championships in the men's classic physique category. His breakthrough came in 2018 when he won the classic physique division division at the NPC Teen Nationals, a significant accomplishment that highlighted his potential in the sport. Sam has been sponsored by brands like Vidac Strong, where he was profiled as an athlete emphasizing lifelong fitness.
Hey, this is Sam Hanlon with Team Vidac Strong. We're about to go hit up some of my favorite workouts that I do throughout the week. I usually hit one body part per day, along with cardio.
While Sam was achieving success in bodybuilding, he was simultaneously pursuing an ambitious academic and professional path that would set him apart from many other children of bodybuilding legends. Sam pursued higher education with a focus on health and wellness. He earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Colorado Boulder. He then attended Palmer College of Chiropractic in Florida, graduating with a Doctor of Chiropractic degree in 2022. His choice of career was influenced by his athletic lifestyle and a preference for natural preventative healthcare. The year 2021 brought devastating tragedy to the Haymon family. Andy Haymon passed away suddenly on March 19, 2021, at age 54 due to a pulmonary embolism following elbow surgery 3 days earlier. Upon graduation, Sam returned to Colorado Springs to practice at Thrive Health Systems, where he specializes in chiropractic care, addressing the spine, connective tissues, and muscles for musculoskeletal issues. His professional philosophy emphasizes a holistic approach. Chiropractic will help you feel good, exercise will help you feel great, and nutrition will help you feel amazing. Jonathan and Alexander Meadows. In the tight-knit world of professional bodybuilding, few figures commanded as much respect and admiration as John Meadows, affectionately known throughout the community as Mountain Dog. Unlike many in the sport who were known primarily for their competitive achievements, John Meadows built his reputation on something even more valuable: his genuine desire to help others succeed. As a coach, entrepreneur, and devoted family man, he touched thousands of lives through his training programs, supplement company, and mentorship. But perhaps his greatest pride and joy came from his role as father to twin sons Jonathan and Alexander, whose young lives were forever changed when they lost their beloved father at just 12 years old. Jonathan and Alexander Meadows are the twin sons of the late professional bodybuilder, trainer, and entrepreneur John Meadows, known in the fitness community as Mountain Dog. Born in December 2008, the twins celebrated their 12th birthday in December 2020, as shared by their father on social media. John Meadows frequently posted about his family life, highlighting his close bond with his sons and wife, Mary Meadows, whom he married in 2002. Growing up in Pickerington, Ohio, Jonathan and Alexander were raised in a household deeply immersed in fitness and bodybuilding, as their father ran a successful coaching business and supplement line. However, John was careful to ensure that his children had normal childhoods despite his fame in the fitness world. John emphasized family over his career, frequently posting about his pride in his sons. The twins were active in sports from an early age, following in their father's footsteps when it came to appreciating physical activity and competition. The twins were active in sports. In 2021, they were drafted onto a junior football team for 3rd and 4th graders, where their coach noted John's involvement as a supportive parent and volunteer. This involvement demonstrated John's commitment to being present in his sons' lives, not just as a provider, but as an active, engaged father who participated in their activities and supported their interests. At the time of their father's death in August 2021, the boys were 12 years old and described as integral to John's life, with him often sharing photos and stories of their adventures. John's social media presence was filled with proud father moments, from celebrating the twins' birthdays to sharing their accomplishments in school and sports. For Jonathan and Alexander, the loss was incomprehensible. The family, including Jonathan and Alexander, was described as being in complete shock. At just 12 years old, the twins had to grapple with the devastating reality that their father, the man who had been their greatest supporter, coach, and role model, was gone. In the wake of his death, a GoFundMe campaign titled John Meadows Mountain Dog Memorial Fund was organized by fellow fitness influencer Jeff Cavalier to support Mary and the twins financially. The fundraiser emphasized the sudden loss and aimed to provide for the family's future with donations from the bodybuilding community. Isaac McMillan. In the modern era of professional bodybuilding, where mass monsters often dominate the stage with their sheer size and conditioning, Cedric McMillan stood as a refreshing reminder of what the sport could be at its aesthetic peak. Known for his classic proportions, incredible stage presence, and physique that harked back to the golden age of bodybuilding, Cedric was beloved not just for his competitive achievements, but for his humility, his dedication to his military service, and above all, his devotion to his family. Isaac McMillan is one of the sons of the late professional bodybuilder Cedric McMillan. Cedric was celebrated for his classic physique, winning titles like the 2017 Arnold Classic, and was often compared to legends like Arnold Schwarzenegger for his aesthetic build. Cedric was married to Ava Matulesi McMillan, also known as Patricia or Patty, and they had 4 children together. Cedric's children are Seven, Isaac, Eli, and LeMay. Based on available sources, Seven, Isaac, and Eli are sons, while LeMay appears to be a daughter. The children were young at the time of Cedric's death, likely preteens or younger, and little public information exists about their individual lives. In 2020, Cedric shared shared a social media post about training with BA, a young child playing on an iPad in the gym corner, which may refer to one of his sons, possibly Isaac or another. A 2020 video and article shows Cedric bodybuilding training with one of his sons, unnamed but described as a child, emphasizing family bonding through fitness. Cedric often spoke about growing up without a strong father figure himself, which motivated him to be deeply involved in his children's lives. Cedric faced health challenges later in life, including a severe case of COVID-19 in 2020 that led to pneumonia and heart issues, requiring hospitalization and life support. He also suffered a bike accident in 2021 that damaged his hips and delayed competitions. These setbacks prompted him to prioritize family, as he stated in interviews that he wanted to live longer for his children. Tragedy struck the McMillan family on April 12, 2022. Tragically, Cedric died of a heart attack on April 12, 2022, while on a treadmill during a workout. He was 44. His death was the third in the bodybuilding community that year, sparking discussions on the sport's health risks. Kora Rhoden. Kora Rhoden is the only child of the late Sean Rhoden, a Jamaican-American professional bodybuilder who won the Mr. Olympia title in 2018, making him the oldest competitor to achieve that honor at age 43. Born in July 2015, Kora turned 10 years old in 2025. Her early life was marked by her parents' high-profile relationship in the bodybuilding world, though details remain limited due to her age and privacy as a minor. Sean Rhoden, often nicknamed Flexitron, frequently shared glimpses of his bond with Kora on social media, portraying himself as a devoted father. For instance, in a 2018 Instagram post, he described winning Mr. Olympia as one of his proudest moments because his family, including Kora, was on stage with him. Another post from that year showed Kora sleeping, with Sean humorously comparing their rest habits, emphasizing family similarities. Kora's parents, Sean Rhoden and Michelle Sugar, also known as Michelle Richardson, began their relationship several years before her birth and married in 2018, the same year Sean claimed his Mr. Olympia victory. However, the marriage was short-lived, ending in divorce shortly afterward amid allegations of infidelity and personal issues. Despite the separation, the couple co-parented Kora, with Sean remaining actively involved in her life. He posted about celebrating her 6th birthday in July 2021 and shared Halloween photos with her just days before his death, captioning one about cherishing meaningful moments in life. Sean's social media was filled with affectionate tributes to Kora, highlighting his adoration for her and her reciprocal love. The bodybuilding world was shocked when tragedy struck on November 6, 2021. Sean Rhoden passed away suddenly on November 6, 2021 at age 46 from a heart attack in Las Vegas, Nevada, leaving Kora, then 6 years old, without her father. The bodybuilding community mourned his loss, with tributes emphasizing his role as a father and calls to remember Kora in the aftermath. In response, a GoFundMe campaign was launched on November 14, 2021 by Gaetano Cisternino Jr., a fellow bodybuilder, with Michelle as the beneficiary. The fundraiser aimed to cover Kora's day-to-day needs and establish a college fund, noting Sean's dedication as a father who would do anything for Kora. The campaign raised funds to support her future, demonstrating the bodybuilding community's commitment to caring for one of their own. Click on one of the cards on your screen to see more videos like this.